When a woman loses respect for you as a man, she will begin to feel less desire for you, and she will eventually fall out of love with you. Maintaining a woman's respect requires being a strong, trustworthy man who she can look up to rather than an insecure, emotional, or unreliable man who she despises. It's also about ensuring that you push her to be a worthy woman for you, rather than her eventually believing that she can disrespect you, be uncaring, and you would just put up with it. You must bring out the best in her, so she is a decent woman who treats you well, in addition to being a good man she can look up to and respect. Of course, that isn't something ladies will say. When you question women about relationships, they usually respond that a man must do everything and treat the woman like a princess, and if he's lucky, she will be good to him. That is simply a tactic used by women to exert control over men. You'll find that the women who are the happiest are with a nice man who not only treats them well, but also brings out their good girl side and makes them want to treat him well. Most men are on their best behavior when a relationship begins because they want to have sex with the lady and then go into a relationship with her. However, with time, a man may develop a habit of mistreating his girlfriend and taking her presence in his life for granted. He assumes that because things were going well at first, the woman will stay with him even if things go wrong. In this modern world, keeping a relationship together necessitates a man's understanding of how to strengthen the love, respect, and attractiveness that a woman feels for him over time. If he is unable to do so, the relationship will nearly definitely end in divorce. 1. Being bossy around her, but submissive around other men. Most women are naturally more submissive than males, and in a relationship with a man, she wants him to wear the pants and be the boss. Being the leader does not imply treating her as if she were a servant or an employee. Instead, it means that you are the one who takes on the role of being the emotionally stronger one, particularly when things go tough or you are confronted with a difficult situation. Being the head of a partnership doesn't imply you have to be in charge of everything or do all the effort. Most women are bright and capable of taking the lead, and while you should occasionally allow your lady to take the lead, most women want the man to take charge and lead the way. What makes women prefer it? Instead of being pressured to act like the male in the relationship, it allows them to relax into being a woman. Many men lose their woman's respect by being dictatorial at home yet meek and subservient in public when they encounter other men. When a woman notices that her guy is dictatorial around her yet submissive among other people in social circumstances, she may wonder if she should follow his lead. The woman is watching to see if he acts submissive and places other men above him in terms of dominance. Whether he's chatting to other men at a party or a shop clerk in a store, she will lose respect for him and refuse to follow his directions at home. If he bosses her around at home, but retreats into his shell when conversing with confident guys outside the home. 2. Being overprotective and suspicious. It's quite acceptable to be a little protective of your wife in order to show that you care. However, if you are unduly suspicious or protective because you are insecure, she will lose respect for you. A woman needs to know that you care about her, that you love her, and that you would be perfectly happy without her in your life. She doesn't want to feel as if you rely on her for emotional stability or as if she has no choice but to be with you because you're frightened of losing her. Some guys find it nearly impossible to trust their lady unless they are with her, whether she is truly working on a project with a male coworker, going to the movies with pals, or doing some shopping. A man keeps in constant communication with his woman to find out where she is and what she is doing in order to manage her. Women are drawn to men's strength and put off by their weaknesses. Thus, when a woman detects insecurity in a man, she loses attraction and respect for him on a fundamental level. When you're in a relationship, a lady doesn't want to lose her respect and desire for you. She wants you to maintain your self-assurance and not hurt her feelings. If you hurt her feelings, she wants you to make it right so you can get back to being in love with her. 3. Hiding from your true potential as a man. What are your life's most important goals? Are you pursuing them bravely and with unwavering zeal? The world's most admired men are those who know what they want out of life and pursue it with unwavering resolve. When a man enters a relationship with a woman, he frequently makes the error of ignoring his full potential as a man. Instead of realizing his full potential as a man, he would waste time on frivolous pursuits to occupy his free time and avoid confronting his concerns. If a woman notices a man hiding his potential because he is afraid, she will progressively lose respect for him. If this continues for an extended period of time, she will lose interest in him and eventually fall out of love with him. Having a purpose in life and following through on it until you achieve achievement is a significant part of being what ladies refer to as a true man. You don't have to be successful right now, but you must be moving in the correct direction. Start pursuing your life's biggest dreams and goals if you want to be the kind of man who is admired not only by your lady, but by nearly everyone around you. And don't quit up until you reach them, or something very close to them, in the same industry, field, or area. 4. Whining about life like a victim. A man's life plans could be abruptly jeopardized for a variety of reasons. It's perfectly okay for a man to talk about his difficulties if life becomes too difficult or stressful for him to handle alone. When he talks to her, though, and whines and moans about life as if he's a victim rather than looking for answers to the problems he's having, a woman's respect for him will begin to wane. A lady wants to see that no matter what life throws at you, you remain strong and persistent in finding a solution to whatever difficulty you confront. She doesn't want to hear you whining about how difficult life is. She expects you to address the issue and work toward a solution. Men are expected to be strong. Thus, displaying weakness in front of a woman will make it harder for her to regard you as a true guy. Your woman may love you, care about you, and even appreciate you as a person, but when she loses enough respect for you, her attraction to you fades as well. If you have a problem in your life that needs to be addressed, you must behave like a man by making a clear choice and then following through on that decision. It's not what happens to you in life, it's how you deal with it. A buddy said to me the other night as we were discussing this topic, that is what defines the course of your life. Your life will become a jumble of issues, unhappiness, and missed chances if you act like a victim, hiding in fear or drowning in excuses. When the stock markets plummeted a few years ago, this same buddy lost 85% of his life savings. But he was able to bounce back on his feet and continue on his path to success. One of the qualities I admire in him is that he speaks the talk and walks the walk. He makes things happen and accomplishes large goals without crying, bitching, or moaning about it. Guys who complain, whine, and act like victims will only face more misery, frustration, and disappointment in their lives. Women are well aware that living, surviving, and prospering in this world is difficult. As a result, women naturally seek out strong men who will not crumble under strain and will remain strong regardless of the circumstances. The more mentally and emotionally strong you are as a man, the more naturally beautiful you will be to women. It's only normal that women will find it difficult to appreciate and be attracted to you if you're emotionally weak. 5. Constantly criticizing or belittling her. It's fun to tease your woman in secret, especially if it's just a friendly game between you and her. If you belittle or criticize her on a regular basis, she will quickly lose faith in you as a man. Some guys will say harsh things about their woman in front of her and behind her back in order to brag in front of their buddies. When a woman realizes that her guy does not respect her and does not have her back, she may try to undermine or degrade him in public. When this happens, the flow of love between them will slow, and a slew of other relationship issues will emerge. 6. Constantly allowing her to win. Because they are terrified of losing a woman in a relationship, some men make the mistake of putting up with inappropriate behavior or expectations from her. Women, on the other hand, have little respect for men who allow themselves to be walked all over and treated cruelly. A woman will always put you to the test in a relationship to see how much she can get away with. If you let her boss you around, she may stay in a relationship with you because it's convenient for her. But she'll lose respect for you as a man on a fundamental level, and your sex life with her will come to an end. 7. Taking her love, respect, and attraction for granted. You must deepen a woman's sentiments of love, respect, and attraction for you in order to maintain a relationship together for the rest of her life. One of the most important ways to accomplish this is to focus on bringing out the best in your girlfriend so she is motivated to treat you well, respect you, love you, and be wonderful to you. It's no longer possible for us modern guys to take a woman's love, respect, and attraction for granted and expect her to stick around just because the relationship started out well. You can't expect her to want to stick around for the rest of her life if you have a pattern of turning her off, doing things that make her lose respect for you, and ruining the love over time.